recording. What's taking so long?
There we go. Okay, do you consider yourself a plumber? How about a handy person? How about a gardener? Well, if you live in an apartment, you don't have to be any of those things. All you have to do is be yourself and enjoy life. Okay, so at Somerset Apartments, it's a great place to live, whether you're a college student or you're a roommate or if you're a family. So I'm credible to talk about this because I am the assistant property manager for Somerset Apartments. Okay, and the benefits of living, I'm going to talk about in this speech, the benefits of living in an apartment and how Somerset Apartments fall into those, and it's actually even better than just your everyday apartment living. So, first, living in an apartment has several benefits, okay? And first of all, they're easy to maintain. You don't have to do any maintenance on them. They have a hired maintenance staff to come in and take care of any issues you may have, like a clogged toilet or a sink or a fluorescent light bulb or whatever. Okay? And then in addition to that, they have a hired landscape company, or maybe the maintenance will go out and they'll do the landscape for you. So it keeps everything all nice and pretty and green, so you can just come home and enjoy the scenery. Second, the management team of an apartment complex is there for you. So they have to follow fair housing laws, which means everybody gets treated the same, and they give you a sense of community by following all the rules and making sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, so you kind of get to know your neighbors, and it makes you feel like you're part of something. Finally, it can save you money by living in an apartment. You'll have fewer bills that you have to pay, and fewer utility bills. And some of them will even offer you specials or discounts. So, Somerset Apartments, now I'm going to talk about Somerset Apartments, and they have all of these benefits, plus more, okay? To start with, Somerset has 24-hour maintenance. So if you needed something on the weekends or after hours, they could come take care of it for you. So, for example, let's say you're out with your friends for the night, having a good time, you left your keys in your friend's car, okay? Now what? You call the maintenance line and they'll come and let you in. If you lived in a house with a single landlord, you would have to call a locksmith and wait for them, and then hope that you have your photo ID with you and that you didn't leave that in your friend's car also. Because more than likely the landlord is not going to come out and take care of it for you. In addition to that, the Somerset Apartments has a hired landscape company that comes out and does all the landscaping, so you don't have to have a lawnmower or a weed eater or the gas to power any of that up, okay? And so you don't need any of those things, but because we're pet friendly, if you had a pet, you could take your pet out into those nice grassy areas that are well maintained for you, or take them up to Chisholm Trails, which is right up the street, and your pet would probably like that more than being kept in some fenced area. Additionally, Somerset Apartments has a great management team, if I do say so myself. Okay? Both the manager and I have attended a fair housing course, so we know how to treat everybody the same and not fall into any of the stereotypes or treat anybody any different based off of supposed stereotypes. One thing that we do that's different is that everyone who applies has to be within the same guidelines as far as do a credit, criminal, and eviction check. So, so you know then that your neighbor is going to be under those same guidelines. So maybe your neighbor is not some hardened criminal, and you have this sense of safety. Opposed to if you lived in a house and it was a single owner, they could simply choose not to rent to you based off of the way you're dressed, how you work, if you have children. They can discriminate a little bit easier. They don't have to follow the same laws that an apartment would have to. In addition to, you don't know who your neighbor is, and it's kind of a chance you're taking by just moving into this place. Also, Somerset is small enough with only 8 apartment buildings that you do have a sense of community. And in addition to that, there is a courtesy officer who lives on site. So, you know, instead of like calling 911 all the time for your pesky neighbor, you just call a courtesy officer and he comes and takes care of it for you. Lastly, The cost of living is affordable at Somerset Apartments. You only have one utility bill if you live there. It's the electric bill. It has to be in your name. So only one. Also, Somerset Apartments offers student, so there you go, senior and military discounts. And right now there's a move-in special on 2-bedroom units that you can get $50 off for the first 12 months. So if you want to be a roommate, by all means, come in. In conclusion, I have discussed the benefits of living in an apartment, but yet how Somerset is better than just any apartment. So I hope I didn't stand up here and sound like a used car salesman. Just kidding. But I do want you to know that living in an apartment, especially Somerset Apartments, can help with just your quality of life, make life a little bit easier for you. Thank you.